In this lesson, we are going to discuss characteristics related to safety. So before we dive into this topic, we must ask ourselves what exactly is safety. And safety is a defined term, and it is defined as freedom from unacceptable risk. And what we're going to do in this next example is we're going to describe the characteristics related to safety for our AED. Now, the characteristics related to safety is, of course, it comes from a clause in the standard. So before we do the risk analysis, we basically look at our device and we ask ourselves, what are the characteristics related to safety? Effectively, what they'll end up being is they will be our main risk controls because, of course, to make a device safe, we mitigate risk, and to mitigate risk, we use controls. So they're going to be stuff like accurate heart rhythm detection, they're going to be stuff like controlled shock delivery, and then, of course, in the statement, you can write that out and expand upon it, and then that gets put into the risk management report. We're just going to write out a few more examples of other characteristics for this particular example of the AED. So another one we might consider is pad placement indicators. Okay, so that's these little indicators here. Another one that we might consider clear and intuitive, or having a clear and intuitive user interface. Of course, that's related to safety because if this is a very difficult machine to use, in the case of an emergency, the operator is going to have to react very quickly and ensure that he can treat the patient before the patient's condition deteriorates. And of course, what will enable this person to do that is having a clear and intuitive user interface. So as a result, that is another characteristic related to safety. Another one we can consider is battery reliability, because obviously this device is going to be stored somewhere, and then when it's used, we need to ensure that the battery is in fact going to be reliable. We don't want to take it out of storage the one time you have to use it to save somebody's life and the battery doesn't work. Okay, another one is durability and environmental resistance, because you can imagine this will generally be stored indoors, but it could be the case that a person who needs to be treated by an AED, maybe they go into cardiac arrest in an outdoor area, and of course, this person has to bring it out. Maybe they drop it, maybe it gets rough handled, it could break, maybe they drop it on a concrete piece of ground. Another one we can think of is arrhythmia detection. And then as well, probably proper maintenance is going to be another one. We're going to need clear instructions for how people are meant to maintain this device. Okay, so I'll leave that lesson there. I'll see you in the next one.